Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Now it's Manchester United versus Brighton, or Brighton versus Manchester United if you want to call it. In this video we'll be talking about predicted team, Erik Ten Hag's defensive dilemma and much more. So leave a like, comment and subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos and let's get straight into it. So listen, this game against Brighton is Manchester United's second game of the Premier League season. It's away from home, our first away game. I think Erik Ten Hag has got a big dilemma, not only defensively, but picking the whole Manchester United team. Does he go with Mount in that false nine role? Does he play Dalot? Like, what does he actually do? Does he play Mazraoui on the left? Who does he put in midfield? Who does he put on the wings? Like, it is truly a kind of an interesting thing. In this video, I would go through the team that Erik Ten Hag would pick, the team that I think I would go with, and then have your thoughts in the comment section below. So let's get straight into it. So, listen, injury news, Luke Shaw's out. Obviously, Palestri, Wan-Bissaka, they've left. Martinez fit, Dalot fit, Yoro out still. Like, we have got injury concerns, but yeah, let's see. So this is the team Erik Ten Hag I think we'll go with. I think he would go with Onana in goal. That's pretty obvious. I think he'll go with Mazraoui on the right. I think we're going to need Mazraoui in this game. Listen, he'll be increasing his fitness as the time goes on, but he's going to start this game regardless. I think he had a top debut against Fulham. And then the centre-backs. Honestly, I think Ten Hag will go with Maguire and Martinez. I think he shouldn't. I think Dalot should come into that team. I think Dalot should be the player starting. But I think Erik Ten Hag will just... I don't know why. I just think he'll pick Maguire. I could be totally wrong. He could go with Dalot. And we'll obviously see in the game. But for me, I don't know why. I think he'll stick with Maguire. I think Maguire had a good performance against Fulham. Top quality, to be fair. Erik Ten Hag could kind of keep that trust and kind of keep going with Maguire. And it's not an issue kind of because Maguire did play well. But if you spend £45 million or however much it was on a player, you want to put them into your team. Dalot is a player who Erik Ten Hag knows his game. He knows how important he's going to be. And in the terms of the game, it allows us to push higher up the pitch. I mean, the more fast pace that we have, the more high press we can do, the more pressing we can do, the more squeezing up the pitch we can do. And that would be really important for this Manchester United team. And that's something I think we need to do massively. We need to increase that press. And that you can't do that by camping out on your halfway line, on your 6-yard box. Because we're scared of Maguire's pace. And ultimately, if you put Dalot into that team, it does allow you to compact the pitch and press higher. So that's why I would go with Dalot. But I think Erik Ten Hag will stick with Maguire. I think at some point Maguire will get dropped for Dalot, just whenever that will be. Erik Ten Hag has got to make that decision. Because if you think about it, Maguire has a good game against Brighton, starts the next game against Liverpool. Then you come back after that, he has another good game. We're just waiting for Maguire to kind of cost us a game before we do say put Dalot in. So why not just put him in earlier? That's what I would do, but let me know your thoughts. Left centre-back, pretty simple, will be Lisandro Martinez. Left-back will be Dalot. Into midfield now, I think it's pretty obvious. I think Erik Ten Hag will go with Casemiro, Mainoo and Bruno. I think that's the only midfield three you can go with at the moment. I think Casemiro, listen, I think we can do better than him. He's a massive liability. I mean, he was playing really up the pitch against Fulham. He was like pressing the goalkeeper at one point. Casemiro, you just want to see him do his job at the 6 and just patrol kind of just in front of the defenders. Mainoo as well. I think he does need to provide a bit more defensive support for Bruno, for Casemiro, because he is at number 8. Sometimes he does find himself quite high up the pitch. And with that double pivot, it's about keeping that unity and kind of communication throughout the game. If one's going up, one's got to stay back. You can't have both of them going up because it leaves that massive gap, which obviously Fulham tried to exploit massively in that game against Manchester United last week. Now, number 10, obviously Bruno, should have scored 2-3 goals against Fulham, if I'm honest with you. I think in this game against Brighton is a big game. They've got a very decent midfield. You look at their team, they've got... Well, in the last game, I think they played... Was it James? I'm just going to check just for VAR purposes. Do a bit of VAR. But you always got to do VAR, guys. But let me just check what happened and who did they play. So in their midfield in their last game, they played midfield 3 of Wiffer, Pedro, João Pedro and James Milner. I do certainly think Kobbie, Mainoo, Bruno and Casemiro are a better midfield than that. I mean, James Milner's 38 years of age. You've got Wiffer, who's 24 years of age, who's actually looks like a decent player. And you've got João Pedro, who is relatively young but is more of a attacker. I think you can certainly exploit that midfield. The only issue is, when you do exploit that midfield, you've got a very, very solid defence there. But ultimately, it's all about winning that midfield battle. The midfield battle has been key for Manchester United, and we have struggled to win it. Certainly against Brighton over the last couple of years. I mean, they had Pascal Gross in there in previous years, Billy Gilmore, Basuma, like a top quality midfield. And I do think we can definitely exploit that midfield if we play correctly and with the right midfield. And now the front three, what do I think Erik Ten Hag will go with? Brighton play a very, very high line with Van Heck and Dunk, Veltman and Hinchelwood. They like to get up the pitch. And this is under the new manager. I don't really know too much about them, but that's what I'm assuming they like to do from seeing images against their game against Everton. We can definitely exploit that high line. We're kind of masters at doing that. That's one thing Manchester United can do, is exploit high lines. The issue is staying on side for players. With Rashford and Garnacho, they're the wingers I would go for. I think Ahmad, with all due respect to Ahmad, he didn't do enough in that Fulham game for me to kind of warrant a start and kind of do more than Garnacho. So I would just change it up, put Garnacho on that right. Listen, right, I would go with Garnacho Ahmad, but I think Erik Ten Hag will go with Rashford and Garnacho. And I think Erik Ten Hag will keep Mason Mount up front. Now, I totally disagree with that. I'll talk about my team in a moment. But I think that's the team Erik Ten Hag will go with. I think he'll go Onana, Dalot, Maguire, Martinez, Mazraoui. Or the other way around with Dalot, Mazraoui. Casemiro, Mainoo, Bruno. And I think he'll go Mount, Rashford and Garnacho. Now, for me, I'd make a couple of changes to that team. Number one, instead of Maguire, I'd put Dalot. I would drop Mason Mount and I'd put Zirkzee up front, and I'd drop Rashford and put Garnacho on the left and put Ahmad on the right. That's what I would do. I think Erik Ten Hag would just make those couple of changes. I don't know why, but let me know your score prediction in the comments. Let me run through my team again. It'd be Onana in goal, Mazraoui, De Ligt, Martinez, Dalot, Casemiro, Mainoo and Bruno. Zirkzee up front with Ahmad and Garnacho. Let me know your thoughts. I think Erik Ten Hag will put Rashford in just for the pace. And that's really it only. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. Drop a like if you enjoyed. Comment, subscribe if you are new to the channel. And yeah, stay tuned for all the news. Stay tuned for the news. This has been a new kind of prediction video for Manchester United. I think it'd be good to do it. Just because each game the predicted team could change. It's just nice to kind of talk about in a quick 8 to 10 minute video. And yeah, let's see what happens. But thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned. Please do subscribe. If I can get the current figures, we're on 2,150 something subscribers. So yeah, please just leave a like. It helps the channel massively. And just subscribe, because we want to keep growing this channel as big as it can get. And it's down to you lot to kind of do that. If you want to know exact subscribers, sorry, I'm rambling on. If you want to know exact subscribers, I can tell you now it's 2,155 subscribers. So please do go on and subscribe. We are slowly growing. And yeah, stay tuned. Thank you for watching.